everybody, Damon D here, and as you can see, I am actually left-handed. This is a left-handed guitar, and I have another one over here, and I got a left-handed bass over there. So I am really a left-handed guitar player, if you haven't noticed. So what is the percentage of left-handed guitar players in the world? The stats tell us it's 10%. So 90% of the guitar players are right-handed. All right, I'm gonna do this countdown style. So at number five, right-handed guitar players who state, you know, I'm really left-handed, but I learned how to play right-handed. How many times have I heard this? If I had $1 for every time I heard this, I probably would be on a beach somewhere. And in my experience, the reality is, as many times as I've been around right-handed guitar players, which is my whole life, I haven't actually seen anybody pick up my guitar and be able to play it at all on probably any level. And having said that, I probably haven't been around thousands and thousands of right-handed guitar players. So maybe that take is not exactly accurate. However, the point is, I have yet to see a right-handed guitar player pick up a left-handed guitar and do much with it at all. And for me, I can't play right-handed to save my life. If somebody said, play D major, first position, and they had a right-handed guitar, this would really be a struggle to play like this. This hand it just won't work. I could probably do the fret hand, maybe a little, but no, it's not gonna work. So if you are a right-handed guitar player, maybe you link in the comments and show yourself playing a left-handed guitar. I'd love to see it. I'm sure other people would too. Okay, ladies and germs, number 4 is going to be spontaneity. If you're a right-handed guitar player, you can just be anywhere and there's a guitar in the corner at someone's house, or their brother has one, or you're at the beach and someone randomly pulls out a guitar, you can play it. Being left-handed, not the case. You would need to bring your guitar everywhere you go, for the most part, for a spontaneous jam. So if I don't bring my acoustic or my electric, I'm not going to be able to play. And it's kind of a downside because a lot of times you're in a place and you don't expect that you're going to play guitar, and jam sessions can break out. You know, I've been to parties where there's a backyard and someone goes, oh, I heard you play guitar, and they go, can you play something? And you go, no, I am unable to accommodate your request. And then they think you really don't play guitar. It's a cop-out that you're left-handed. But no, I really am left-handed. Okay, so number 3 is the man on my wall, Mr. Jimi Hendrix. So when you're left-handed, everybody asks you if you can play like Hendrix, if you play upside down like Hendrix, if you string your guitar like Hendrix, if you burn your guitar like Hendrix, if you do anything like Jimi Hendrix. I like Jimi Hendrix. I kind of grew up listening to it. Really amazing. He was an influential guitar player just from a guitar standpoint. Being left-handed was kind of cool, but not really the reason why I was really into him. But, you know, after this many years playing guitar, it kind of gets old with the Jimi Hendrix, like, can you do this? Or it's just kind of weird. I mean, I get it, I guess. He's the most famous left-handed guitar player. People want to know if you do things like him. The reality is he's like Eddie Van Halen. He's a unicorn. Nobody was doing what he's doing. He was the first to do it. So while I really like Jimi Hendrix, and I've dressed up as Jimi Hendrix as Halloween and love playing Purple Haze and Hey Joe, it gets kind of old. So that's number 3. Okay, at number 2, we have utility. And what I mean by that is when you're in a band and let's say something happens to your guitar, you break a string, the battery goes dead on the active pickups, whatever it is, if the other guitar player or somebody that's around the band has a right-handed guitar, you can just pick it up, plug it in, and go. Being left-handed, if you don't have a backup guitar, you're screwed. So when you're left-handed, you might need 2 guitars if you're playing in a band situation or a live situation, because you could be stuck if something happens to your guitar and you can't fix it, you can't restring it in time, something happens. So that's kind of a downside. Okay, and at number 1, I'm sure you guys know what this is. There's just less guitars to play. So if I go to Guitar Center, Sam Ash, one of these large guitar retailers, I remember going in a few times in a Guitar Center in California and there's hundreds of electric guitars on the wall. And how many electric guitars were left-handed? 3, maybe 4. So the choice is pretty limited. And then if you go in the acoustic room, it's even more depressing because there might be 1, maybe 2. And if you're looking for a 12 string or a nylon string, it's just, It doesn't really happen. It's pretty frustrating, and I don't really go to those big guitar stores for that reason, because what's the point? There's tons of guitars on the wall and I can't play 98% of them. So that can be a little bit frustrating. So you might be asking yourself, well, how did you end up with the Schecter Hellraiser C1? Well, you know what I did with this was I ordered it through an online retailer, had it shipped to my house, played it, kind of got lucky because it's a really damn good guitar and I really like playing it. I really like it. And if you're an EMG fan, the EMG humbuckers are amazing. I really like EMGs. But from that same retailer, what I did before was I ordered a different guitar and I played it, I hated it, and I had to return it. So that's kind of a drag, because if you're going to buy a new guitar, it's amazing if you go to one of these large retailers, play 20 guitars and buy one or two. Being left-handed, it's hard to do that. Now I know some of you are thinking, well, there's these specialty shops that play Southpaw, some store called Southpaw something or other, or the vintage guitar shops. True, but there's less of those. And the reality is, if only 10% of the people play this type of guitar, why would you have 50 of them on the wall? It doesn't make sense. So I get it. So those are the top 5 reasons why being left-handed is a big suckaroo. I will say, one of the things that is cool is that if you do get a custom-made left-handed guitar, it's very unique. No one else has that, and the guitar can be worth quite a bit of money. So that is definitely an upside. And the other part of it is it's kind of unique. So when you're on stage in a band and the one headstock points this way and the other one points that way, it looks cool, I guess. If I could play right-handed, I probably would, because it would just be easier. And it's probably more fun to play hundreds of guitars when you go somewhere versus 0. So that's the reality of that one. This has been Damon D, One World, One Rock.